I'll tell you here in just a minute. We are already on.
Great.
Because I fucked up and didn't do the introduction. So we're going to give everybody a minute or so to jump into this shit because evidently Greg forgot to do the goddamn introduction page. You know what? It's all good. So we are live on the Instagram, or on the YouTubes. And what's happening? Boom, Ruben's on. Craig's already on. Craig, you're awake. Thank God, dude. Too many naps. We just went straight live. We didn't do any goddamn intro. Normally I do an intro. Got Ian on here tonight. Beth's out of town. She's fucked all this up.
I didn't deserve an intro. I'm just a sub.
Well, I haven't really even had a chance to introduce anybody. Jessica, what's happening? How you doing? You guys are all gonna meet my buddy Ian here in a second. Give everybody a couple minutes. Jump on. So Beth abandoned us. So we got the next best thing.
That's high praise.
It's all good, dude. Love you guys. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday night. Hope you guys had an awesome 4th of July. It was pretty kind of tame around my house anyway. Beth going out of town. Craig said Beth going out of town made me sleepy. You know what? She's having a hard time dealing with Vegas right now. I don't know if she's going to be on yet, but she should be in the chat here pretty soon. I think her and Steph are going to watch and tune in, which would be kind of fun.
Is the show that big a draw for them? They're in Vegas.
Oh, wait, I replaced her with Ian. Should I have even replaced Beth? I've already replaced Beth.
I'm saying in Vegas, I don't know if this is going to be
a big draw, big enough draw?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, hey, thanks, guys, for joining in on the Bars Open with Beth and Greg. We currently have a guest host, Ian O'Regan, on the show, who happens to be a good neighbor friend of mine. And if you ever hear the end of it and you listen to the end of it and I say, come get a beer, Ian, this is Ian O'Regan. He happens to live across the street from me. He's the one that aptly named the Bars Open. Unintentionally, I think.
And for free.
And for free, yeah.
No royalties or
anything.
anything.
You're not getting shit out of me or Beth. So, again, I hope you guys are having a good night, dude. I've got a photo of Beth for later on, or in just a little while. They're having a fun time. Her and Steph are out in Vegas for a girls' trip, having a goddamn blast. She got there late, of course. She had to fly through LAX. 2 hour or an hour and a half or whatever it was delay out of LAX on Southwest. So, You know what? And the fucked up part was, LA. Have you ever been to LAX?
It's been a long time.
Okay, but it's a fucking huge airport, right? She's like, there literally is nothing to eat or drink in this place. She found one like kiosk that sold beer, like Bud Light in wine coolers, or not wine coolers, White Claws, and like muffins.
And that's because LAX is where?
It's in LA. Wait a minute, in Los Angeles. Yeah.
Things are still not open.
Oh, there's Beth. Beth's on the boards. Beth showed up. How you doing, honey? Live from Las Vegas, bitches, is what Beth said. You know what's funny is I didn't give her props on a picture she sent last night and say, "Oh, the dogs miss you. Oh, you look so pretty." She goes, "Thanks, asshole. Sleep well, sweet dreams. Love you, bitch." And I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's the one thing. You were probably called bitch a lot less tonight than you normally are called.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. See, Jessica, there you go. Cheers. I hope you're having fun tonight, honey. I honestly do, and I know you are. So I'm glad you're with Stephanie. So go out, check us out on the Bars Open with Beth and Greg on Instagram and Facebook, and also on YouTube and Facebook channel as well. But also you can check us out on iTunes and Spotify. And I think I got them all. Maybe Podbean. That's the other one. Yeah. Beth normally checks my shit. You're failing. It's all good.
Hey, once you've got past YouTube and Facebook, I was like, I don't know.
Yep. It's all good. So I'm literally just going to jump into this shit. We're just going to jump in. Ready? Good with that?
Yep.
It's going to be a fun, entertaining show. So I don't understand the shit that's happening with Vin Diesel. All right. So you'll see it pop up here in a second. All of this family shit that's happening, and it took me until this meme that I just found that really kind of brought it up. You've seen
Yeah.
some of the movies,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've
And
seen
he's
them all except
always-
the last one with Charlize Theron. And
Yeah.
So the family thing has been a running joke for a while, but not to this degree. And then I just started seeing it maybe Monday or Tuesday. I started seeing these things start popping up.
Right.
And so when does the new movie come out?
It's out.
It's already out. Oh
Yeah.
no, is
Fast and Furious 9 or something like that.
It's already
is
out?
already. Yeah, it's already made like
$80 bazillion? Yeah.
million dollars.
So I figure it's got to be
$200 million.
tied, obviously, to that. But yeah, I hadn't seen this
Right.
degree. But the family jokes have been around for a while. But all the memes is.
So I don't
that's new.
understand it necessarily, but it made sense a little bit more after this kind of came out, and it's like, there's always room for family. I don't have friends. I got family. You don't turn your back on family. And I was like, what the fuck? And you start seeing these funny ass, and this is just one that I picked randomly. There's a million memes.
There's a whole bunch of them now.
Right. A million memes about family. So this one says, that's not how gravity works. I don't have gravity. I've got family. Dude, I swear Vin Diesel's probably making money off these memes too.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it came out of Universal or whoever does the movies. It started with somebody in their social media department.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
They're like, hey,
memes.
there's a lull
Everybody laughs about
because
the family jokes, so let's
John
do it.
Cena fucked it all up with China. So he's
let's get back to Diesel.
But Jessica, she said that shit's annoying now, and there literally is a meme out there that says this shit's annoying now.
Yeah.
And we need to end this. It's kind of funny.
Hey,
I don't know.
families are annoying.
Goddamn right. Cheers. By the way, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Beth, cheers. Jessica, everybody else, cheers. Steph, cheers. Thanks for joining us tonight. We're Beth free. Is that a good thing?
No.
Castro, did you see this? Sorry. You've been replaced.
Can't see it because the thing's on the graphics.
Oh, shit. See? Thank you. Beth would have taken forever. Beth, you see that? Sorry, honey. You know what? You're in Vegas.
I like it. It looks good. Very professional.
Yeah, absolutely. Little painter's tape, little piece of paper, pencil. We'll see how it goes. Whatever.
So far, so good.
So far, so good. Top story. Beth is binge drinking in Las Vegas right now. She gets there. She was, like I said, she had a 2-hour delay
2-hour delay in getting started on the drinking.
in Vegas. No, she didn't. No.
Oh,
No.
they-
She drank. I dropped her
Well, they're
off.
professional.
I dropped her off at San Antonio Airport. She had 2 glasses of wine, I believe.
Oh, really?
Made it to LAX. Had a White Claw or 2. What's up, Javon? What's happening? Hope you're having a good night, dude. Had a drink or 2 there. Then made it to Vegas and proceeded to drink her face off until 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's professional grade.
So-
That's how you do it.
You know what I mean? That's the best way. And this is a still image of Beth and Steph completely hammered at like maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. Because I didn't get this shit until I woke up this morning.
Okay.
And I stay up late as fuck. So,
Yep.
or maybe, I don't recall seeing it last night. So nonetheless, they're having a good time.
Yeah, as they should.
Yeah, I agree. Beth is living her best life. She's abandoning us all.
Which is what's required, probably.
Right.
Live that best
So
life.
she doesn't even know. I had to pick up dinner last night on my own.
Poor guy.
Chick-fil-A. We're going to do that on your own?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But now the question is she a big Chick-fil-A fan?
Big enough.
Because I was thinking you should have found like her most favorite thing and gotten that.
I would have ordered pizza.
Oh, well, she got that covered.
They ordered pizza last night. So there's nothing that I'm doing at home that is going to upset her, I have a feeling. Right? Beth said she can never be replaced. So if you're on if you're listening in on the iTunes or the Spotify's or whatever, I post all the images out to Instagram and to Facebook on the Bars Open page. So you can go check that out there. But no, Beth, you can't be replaced, but you can be substituted temporarily.
Yeah.
By Ian from across the street. So we do with what we have.
Thank you.
Well, no, I'm just kidding. So I have to take the dogs out like 90 times a day. I have to feed them.
Yep.
There's no sympathy coming out of you. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, and what did she make you do
I
that
picked
anyway?
the wrong goddamn guest host.
Oh, I
tonight.
mean, oh, you poor guy. But
Yeah.
I thought you did that anyway.
Me?
Oh,
No, she does all that shit.
Oh, see, I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
At least half of it. Probably
You poor
3/4.
bastard. I can't believe
Thank you.
you left to do
Jesus.
this on your own.
Empathy.
I would have thought.
You were the one time in the garage that said you're an empath or you're very empathetic.
Right.
I'm not feeling that tonight.
Well, I didn't know that you didn't already do that. Now that I know, I feel very bad for you.
Okay, good.
I would have thought all those women that came out of that limo in front of your house last night would have helped you do that. But I guess they were busy doing other things. I don't know. And thanks for not inviting
They were
me.
mowing the lawn, doing the
okay.
laundry,
Right,
emptying the dishwasher that I ran last night, Beth, because you weren't here.
You did that too?
Yeah,
Oh,
I do
oh,
dishes
son of a bitch.
around here.
That's a lot of work.
I don't know how we're going to make it 4 days.
I'm sure.
Ultimately, I just don't know how we're going to make
I'm
it
sure.
4 days.
I'm sure you probably ruined Beth's trip now. She probably feels
Yeah,
so bad.
I am
She
certain
probably feels
of
so bad that she's gonna not have any fun the rest of the time.
it. Maybe. It's not likely, but maybe. But Beth's living her best life. When she's returned to the show come Friday, I think she gets back in town. She's either going to have really amazing goddamn stories, which we're all going to enjoy,
Or
she's going to be blackout drunk and she's not going to remember any of them. So either way, we're all happy with it. So
and
it's
when
all
does
good.
she return?
Friday, I think.
Friday.
Yep.
Okay. So whoever's doing it, make sure you do your check-in tomorrow.
Oh, I think she early birded it.
Oh, well then,
Yeah, you're
drink away.
Just remember to get to the airport, Castro. Just saying. Love you, honey. Speaking of debauchery, did you know that trout can get fucked up on methamphetamine?
No, I did not know that. Please tell me more about this.
This is a goddamn funny story that I happened to catch. And I was like, why would fish get, like meth fish? Methamphetamines, so I got to pull up the story real quick. Methamphetamines in waterways may be turning trout into addicts. Brown trout can become addicted to the illegal drug methamphetamine. Do you know how this happens?
No.
So evidently when you piss after you've done shit tons of drugs,
Okay.
you secrete a certain amount of methamphetamine.
All right. I have questions already, but go ahead.
So researchers led by whatever this fuckhead's name is, a behavioral ecologist, I didn't even know that was a thing, in the Czech University of Life Sciences in Prague, that's way too big, set out to investigate whether illicit drugs alter fish behavior at levels found in bodies of water. So basically what they did is they took 40 brown trout, 3 groups of 40 brown trout,
Oh,
40
all right.
in meth water, 40 in not meth water, and 40 that could swim between the meth water.
Okay.
So
And they all stuck around the meth water. They didn't
the
go,
ones who were
they didn't go back to
addicted,
the fresh water.
they didn't go back to the
So
fresh water.
80 fish in the meth water.
80 fish in the meth water, right? And yeah, so they said it was over a period of 8 weeks. So funny part of, I mean, I don't think it's funny. Meth fish, is that funny? It's fucking
No.
funny. Trout that spend 8 weeks in the water containing methamphetamine selected water containing the drug in the 4 hours after moving to fresh water because they were like, I need my hit. I need my meth water.
So, like, what were they
Did
doing?
we just come up with a new product?
What were these fish doing? Like, were they like
Meth water?
beating the other fish up to get their money to go get more meth,
Like,
or what were they
listen,
doing?
ho.
Yeah. how did
Listen,
they-
ho, fish.
So I was thinking. I mean, if you put like a meth fish in your tank, will it like fucking clean the tank for you all the time? And
Just
it's
Sucking
all,
walls.
yeah, it's like it does
Just-
it all for you. It can't stop itself
You just
Well,
drop,
that would be
do like a
great.
little dropper of meth in there, and it just
Yeah.
cleans the fucking house.
all the time.
You know what? It's a funny story. So I have a buddy that told me, and I had no idea about methamphetamine. I had no idea about this shit back in the day, right? And we were just chatting. He's like, "Oh yeah, meth. Like housewives back, like I don't know how long ago. This was like 10. This was probably 20 years ago or something like that." He's like, "Yeah, housewives do meth a lot."
Oh, that can't be that. Really?
And he goes, because it keeps them up. They can take care of the kids. They can do all this until they turn into meth addicts. But he goes, yeah, they're always just like cleaning shit and doing stuff. Because I don't know, any meth
So
moms
we're
out
talking about
there?
like 1991. Wives are like, man, I gotta get my
No,
meth hit. I
that
gotta
would
get
have
my
been
meth hit.
like I would've
20
been
years
like
ago,
15.
right? Oh,
That
2000.
was 30 years ago.
Yeah, it was. Jeez.
Any meth moms out there?
So they're like just getting their hits so they can get the dishes cleaned, and
Yeah, just do their biz.
that's dedication.
Cameyanka,
That's
what's
dedication.
happening?
That's dedication.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of funny. So drugs excreted from users pass through sewage systems and then discharge from wastewater treatment plants, which are not designated to treat this kind of contamination into waterways, according to studies how this happens, right? So it's kind of like, have you ever heard this, like the story of like you don't want to dump like old medication down your toilet? Right?
Oh, I
'Cause
do.
it
I want to do that. I want to do it.
because it gets into the wastewater.
I don't do it, but I want to.
But I mean, the Xanax thing, like
Who dumps out their Xanax?
I have no idea. I've never done it.
If you have
Never
extra
done it,
Xanax that you're trying
never
to throw
had it.
away, just send it to Beth and Greg.
Care of Ian or Regan.
Columbus, Texas. Don't dump it.
Don't dump it. There's a useful needer of it.
But yes, yeah. So you've always heard that. So I can't imagine. Of course, I'm sure that the study, which has some explanation of how much in real life would that really take. I mean, how many meth heads do you have to have pissing into the aquifer to get that to be?
If you're from New Hampshire, not that many.
Or Prague. I don't know what goes on in Prague.
Prague seems like, is that a big fucking meth head place?
I don't know.
I've never been to Czech
Well, hell, even the
Republic,
fish there are on meth. So yeah, I guess it is.
I don't know.
Can you get these test fish as fish sticks? Like when they're done with them?
Do you get high off of methed up fish stick?
That could be.
Methed up? That sounds like a fucking.
That could be a Beth and Greg science special. To find out.
To fly to Prague.
No, I'm sure.
Eat some methed fish sticks. I don't think my work will like that. Yeah.
It's all for science, though. Do they hate science?
Maybe. Sounds like a Mike Tyson thing. That's methed up.
Yeah, very nice. Well
You
done.
like that? Like that? God damn it. I'm on it tonight. Ms. Kamiaka said, "Oh my God, I just read that shrimp from the UK with cocaine, mussels from Washington with opioids, and now trout with meth." Fucking right, dude.
So can this world get any better? I mean, Jesus, this is fantastic.
We've got drugged out fish.
This is happy news all the way around.
Just all the
This is
drugs,
great.
all the fishes.
No one feel like to eat
What are
fish.
whales doing? They just straight up cokeheads.
I don't know. Well, they eat all the other stuff in the ocean. So if those other animals or creatures are drug heads too,
Motherfuckers are like
all the
just
krill.
all
What's the krill
fucked up.
doing? I mean, the krill's probably doing
Coke,
freebasing, heroin and stuff shit. And the whale gets the krill.
Right, dude?
That's why they end up on the beach. They
Freebasing.
freak out. They're like, ah! And I think we just
You see a whale just like
explained it. Why do they beach themselves? Because they're hallucinating from all the krill they ate with all the drugs in them.
just opium dens.
You're
full
welcome,
of,
National Geographic. You can have that one.
Opium dens full of krill.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, why else would you
Goddamn
Swim into a-
Thailand.
swim into a
They're
whale's
taking
mouth?
away all the krill from the shit. Right? I'm just telling you, it's there. This story is kind of funny. So, everybody remembers the treasonous actions that happened at the White House back on January 6th. Right? So, let me get to this story because it's this. Riot leader had fully constructed U.S. Capitol Lego set at home.
Okay. Along with 90,000 other people who bought the U.S. Capitol Lego set.
I'm just saying that they found a Lego set of the U.S. Capitol at his house.
Well, I'll tell you this. If you go to my house, you will find a fully constructed Lego White House.
You will?
You will. I got it. Somebody gave it to me for Christmas in 2008, and I built it, and it's still on a shelf somewhere.
Somebody also said, wait until they find my 5-year-old has a fully assembled Lego Death Star. Kind of like, I think it's funny that they like this was leading on like news shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you go, what the fuck? Like, I was like, why are Legos like pinging at the top of shit, right? And it's because this dude had Legos.
And are they trying to draw a line between like some kind of evil planning and using your using your Lego set?
Versus like going on your internet.
Yeah, which might be slightly more accurate in terms of size ratios and where everything is, but no, it's the Lego.
Did they use the little dudes to walk around?
Did they have little plastic men?
Storm this door, and they just have like all these dudes.
There'll be no security. They're just little plastic guys. You flick them over.
Yeah, well, and then they have the one with the Viking helmet.
I
Remember
bet
that guy?
in the set.
I bet you there is one.
Should be now.
Is there a Lego Viking helmet guy? I don't know. I can't afford them. They're too fucking expensive.
Yeah. Plus
Like
now
you have to have like a small loan to get
Legos.
Legos
Oh,
nowadays.
yeah. Yeah.
Right? So I just thought it was a fucking hilarious story.
That's pretty crazy.
That was literally like, this is where we are. This is where we are. The FBI.
Yeah, this is real news.
Real news.
Yeah, this isn't like you went
Brought
to a wacky,
to you by
wacky
the
news
Bars Open
website.
with Beth
This is-
and Ian.
Yeah.
Greg and Ian?
This is the
My name's not
this
Beth.
is the smoking
Greg and
gun.
Ian.
This is the smoking gun. A Lego set that he has. Wow. There's no need for trial, is there?
It's over. Hey, by the way, if you're just tuning in now, which it looks like several people are, I've got a co-host here tonight because Beth's in Las Vegas getting completely fucked up and hammered. She's being smart. She's got a lid on her beer.
What's
She
the lid do?
You
Oh,
don't get roofie.
Yeah, gotcha. Right.
Very
But
important.
you got Stephanie with it. She'll take care of her.
I wouldn't go there. Like self-sufficiency at this point.
I tried, Stephanie. I tried.
It's all good. But you know what? I've got Ian here. He's doing great. Thank you for you being here, Ian.
My pleasure.
All right, let's get back to the stories.
What do you got?
Joey Chestnut, could you eat 76 hot dogs?
Could you eat 7 hot dogs? No. All at once without vomiting? No. Okay, 7. I could do 7. Not 76.
I ate 2 on 4th of July.
Yeah.
And that was like enough for the year.
I ate 1.5 and part of a hamburger and a lot of beer, and I was miserable. I was not going to win any kind of eating contest. No. And so, do you know the rules about this? Like how long they have to keep it
10
down?
minutes.
That's it?
I know they have to eat all of them within 10 minutes.
Okay, so you only have
So-
10 minutes to eat them.
You have
How
10
long do you have
minutes
to
to
keep
eat.
'em
So you're eating
down?
7.6.
But you have to keep them down for a certain amount of
7.6
time to actually win, right?
I think
thought
it's
you
just
did.
what you clear out of your mouth. I don't know. You
I thought
guys
there was a
might
time.
know.
Like there was a time. Like you can't just
Caleb, what's
eat,
happening?
puke. Because I just figure behind that stage is just like a Roman vomitorium back
Oh,
there.
I'm
all the guys are
certain
back there
that's
just
back there.
unloading it all.
Purging.
But I thought there was an amount of time they had to keep
Could
it
you
down.
imagine like having? No, never mind. I'm not even gonna bring that up.
I don't know how that's not a YouTube video already. Yeah.
I bet you there is. I guarantee there is.
Ooh, I don't want to see it.
No, I'm not gonna put that on the internet or on the podcast. But let me see if I can find it. So 76 hot dogs and buns in 10 minutes. And the grossest part is like, okay, a hot dog, ketchup, whatever, but they don't do that. And I think we've all had this conversation. It's really where they dunk them in water
Yeah, to get the bun all soft and mushy.
and then to smash it. Ugh. But it was his 14th time doing this, like winning the championship, and he set the record again.
Yeah, as I say, if I understood right, that was his
14th
personal
time
record.
in 15 years, slinging down 26 more than the second
Yeah,
place finisher.
That was the whole idea. That was the thing was he was 20 hot dogs ahead plus,
Yeah.
but he wanted to break his own record. I mean, that's dedication. It's disgusting, but it's dedication.
It's dedication to your skill set.
Because he had it won. He had it won. Going away, he was like, nope.
On the women's side, Michelle Lesko, ranked 9th overall, picked up her first championship after consuming 30 and 3/4 hot dogs and buns. 6 3/4 more than runner-up Sarah Rodriguez.
So that was close.
Dude,
That was close.
I don't know how that works. Like, how do you
That'd
get...
be heartburn just talking about the story. It's like,
Yeah. Okay, so Miko Sudo, the defending 7-time champion, did not compete this year because she's expecting a kid. So that makes fucking sense. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about like where the purge can happen. So Miss Kamiaka says, I have a friend that does those eating championships and she can eat. Yeah. It's like a thing, and oftentimes they're not like big, huge people.
No, that's what
They're
you think
thin.
they were. Yeah.
They can just. I think my dogs are attacking each other. They can just. Their dogs are playing downstairs.
Hot dog
'cause
down there.
there's probably a hot dog. Because they can distend their bellies and do all the stuff. You know.
It's crazy.
Hang on a second. I got to mute myself. Let's see. Mom's not home.
showing
The kids
off.
are gonna play.
They're showing off.
Can't do anything about it. So, hey guys.
Yeah, that's disgusting. I think they should probably change it next year to a meth fish stick eating contest.
A what?
Meth fish stick eating contest. Get them from Prague. How many can you eat, and how long can you stay coherent afterwards?
Maybe. I don't know. No time limit. Once you finish, you
I'll watch
win.
that, yeah.
Is that? Oh, that's what it
Like
is.
you pick, I'll do 20 each, and whoever doesn't run into traffic wins.
Who's not?
Yeah.
Whoever's not naked.
Yeah, exactly.
Like 9 minutes after, cracked out
that
and
guy wins.
arrested,
That guy wins.
chewing on somebody's nose.
Mhm.
At that point,
Yeah.
you win.
I'd turn in for that.
On ESPN de Ocho.
Yeah, I can't watch a guy eat 76 hot dogs, but I can watch a guy eat 20 meth-filled fish sticks and then see what happens. I can watch that. Jesus.
We got dogs having
Maybe
too much
got
fun.
him. They've got him too.
I think the dogs got into some meth fish sticks. I don't think so, but who knows? God damn.
Ms. Cambianica says, no time limit. Once you finish, you win.
Yep.
You win, you're out. Period. So as soon as they hoist the trophy, they
You
can
get
turn
the
around.
bucket.
Yeah. The red light goes off the ESPN camera, and they turn around and blast it out because they've got to.
You're gonna like this next group of stories here. So soccer's on TV again.
Sport?
It's a sport.
Oh.
It's called football.
Oh, football.
You know football.
Yeah.
You can see by his football shirt, Dortmund. What the fuck?
Dortmund. Borussia Dortmund. It's a German team.
Can you say that slower?
Borussia Dortmund.
Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Bundesliga.
so don't know what that means. I don't know shit about soccer aside from like playing it when I was in high school or not even in junior high or something like that. And so the Euro 2020 is happening right now. In today's match, it was Denmark versus England.
Yes.
Who did you have?
I had England winning all the way.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. I figured it was going to be a cakewalk. It wasn't, but I figured England was going to win.
So there was a self goal or something like that
Own goal.
today. Own goal. Yeah, own goal. So there's a parrot that is a fucking psychic, evidently, and it's called the last 3 matches correctly.
Okay.
And then called last night called England winning today.
Okay.
And literally when I found the story, it was like at minute 77 or something. It was 1-1 or 87 or something like that. And it was 1-1 where they just scored the own goal. And I was like, is this fucking parrot going to do it?
Yeah. So the last 3 games, it depends on which games we're talking about. Like, so Spain, Italy
I don't know. It's
that
just
was a good game.
it says their last 3
These last few games have been kind of pretty much, you knew what it was going to be on paper. You saw them, you're like, this is not a surprise.
How does a parrot know that? Parrot doesn't
whoever
fucking
told
know
them,
that.
man. Parrots are pretty smart. Whoever
No.
told them what to say.
I think it takes training to do that.
Well, I don't want to be, just a Debbie Downer here, but I'm pretty sure the parrot's not psychic. Yeah, that's
Parrot's fucking psychic. It got the game right today.
well, that was not a surprise either. Surprise how
Over
it happened. Over
Denmark, rather. Denmark.
England would have beaten Dartmouth too, but they weren't.
But it was one of those games. It was like literally, what was it?
It went into overtime.
Like 109 minutes or something like that.
And then England did their standard diving nonsense and got a penalty to win it. So,
You win, bro.
yeah, some people think that's okay. That's great.
You ain't
Go England.
cheating. You ain't trying.
That is something people
7-year-old blue macaw parrot has ruffled feathers.
Oh.
Already, rightly
Who wrote
guessing
that? They should be kicked out of
it's the Mirror
journalism
from
from.
fucking
Oh, all right.
England.
Yeah, okay.
All right,
That's fine.
so would beat Germany and that Switzerland would beat France in this week's game. Eva is set. Okay.
Oh, they picked Switzerland to beat France.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a big deal.
So
Still not psychic, but that's a big deal.
England would beat Germany and Switzerland would beat France, and then Eva is set special test by her keeper with an aviary. I don't know what the fuck any of this means. Last year, she even correctly guessed England's mammoth win against Ukraine on Saturday of last
Okay,
year.
so let me just ask you something. If she's psychic, how is she correctly guessing?
No, she's
Guessing is just a
correctly
guess.
Answering.
Well, it said guess on there.
Stop
correctly
it.
guess.
That's poorly
I could have guessed
chosen words.
that. Or is it?
Hell no, it's on the writer.
Oh, yeah.
The writer doesn't know
Writer's
what they're
probably terrible.
doing. Terrible. Cheers, you guys. Cheers to Beth and Steph out in Las Vegas, getting absolutely annihilated, hopefully, because I haven't been to Vegas in 5 years. Thanks, Beth.
She didn't take me either.
Right?
She doesn't feel like she has the obligation to either.
No.
Do you believe that?
Yep, it's all good. So Captain Harry Kane scored 2 goals. None of this matters because today's match was evidently it was a really good match, except for I saw that own goal thing, and it didn't really look like an own goal because there was one dude kind of sliding, trying to block it, but the other dude was like right on top of him.
Yeah, the ball came in front of the defender, and the guy who wanted to kick the goal was behind him. And the defender put his leg out to deflect the ball, but he deflected it into the net.
Was that what it was? Okay. So
in typical England player fashion, the English player ran off like he had scored the goal and acted all, even though it was clear on video that he had never come close to it.
I'd say
he ran off
that.
like it was his trying to get credit for it. But that's England, who I love, but they've been very embarrassing the way they.
He's an Arsenal fan.
The way they conduct themselves in this tournament.
Where's Arsenal from?
England, London.
They're
North London.
So where's this other England team?
This is England. This is the England national team.
Oh, this is how they try.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like if the NFL had a American football team and they pulled all their players from different teams, Dallas, New Orleans, and they had
would not make that
American football team
because they suck.
Yeah. So this team is made up of players from all different teams.
Okay. The women's team would make it, but the men's team would not from the U.S.
Not for this. This is all Euro. It's European teams only.
They wouldn't make it anywhere.
Probably not.
Right.
Probably
suck.
Unfortunately, yeah. Anyway.
So you are traveling to Florida.
Yes.
For the Arsenal game.
Yes.
I wanted to bring that up. So I think it's one of the first times in quite a while, right? That
I think it's been at least 3 years since
like Euro teams are coming over to the United States to play.
It's an exhibition.
Yeah. So is it exhibition? It's not. Is it a tournament?
It's a tournament. It's a cup, but it's an invented cup. It's to get them ready. The season for the EPL and a lot of the other leagues in Europe starts mid-August. So this is late July. It's to get them kind of warm, so to speak, get them ready for the real deal season. So they do exhibitions. Okay. Sometimes they go to different countries. This year they're going to the U.S.
So when is that again?
That is July. It starts the Sunday, July 25th.
So aren't a lot of those players playing right now? Do you think?
Yeah, some of them are. Yeah, so then you have to wait and see how many are really going to make the trip.
Okay,
so that's part of the whole thing by the exhibition. It's almost like a scrimmage. It's like, okay, how many of the big names are going to? Now they'll play. When they play, they won't play 5 minutes and leave the game. But how many will make the trip? It depends
because it's overseas and everything else.
One of the big
are you
players.
See what's his fucking name? The super rich one.
Player?
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of them. Ronaldo?
Yeah.
No, he plays for Juventus. Yeah, that's
yeah.
He won't be there. It'll be Arsenal, Everton, Inter Milan, and Millonarios.
So they got 4 teams coming over?
Yeah. Two from EPL.
Okay. I thought it was like a whole shit ton of teams.
No, it's just 4. It's 2 quick games.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's just to keep. Yeah.
So that right on. That'd be good. Yeah. So down in Orlando.
For the Florida Cup.
Hell yeah. Florida Cup. I didn't know it was only 4 teams. I thought it was big.
Yeah, it's just a real quick two games. 2 games each.
That's awesome.
Play 2 games.
Good. You guys are in Florida. Go check it out. It'll be fucking fun.
It'll be a lot of fun. You can do worse things with your time.
Yeah. You didn't get hammered.
Tickets are reasonable too.
Were they? Like how much? Oh shit, that's not bad.
No, and good seats.
I was expecting it to be a lot more.
Not way up. These are good lower seats.
Right on. Good deal. So the economy, this is kind of a fun one. So what would you do? Think back to when you were like 20 years old.
Okay.
If somebody said, I'll give you a $500 or $1,000 signing bonus to deliver pizzas, would you do it? You're in college.
Yeah. Seems good.
Right. That's what's happening right now.
Just to deliver pizzas.
Deliver pizzas, to work at McDonald's, to work at fast food joints.
So the first thing I think is that you didn't offer me any bonus to do this. So I feel like I'm getting screwed. I could be delivering pizzas right now. Getting $1,000. Although they won't let me drink. So this is more fun.
Your car's across. I don't think you're driving your car. He's got a fancy car. I don't think you're driving your car with those in your hand.
So that's how bad it is. I mean, you see now hiring signs everywhere, but it's like we've got to get people in here.
Right, because there's such. So the what I was gonna kind of ask the question of is, when I was a kid, and this is kind of to everybody, I guess. It's one of the things. It's like, is money not important to kids anymore?
They don't understand.
Or like, is it a thing about? Are parents taking? Is it a coddling of children? I don't understand. Like, you're 20. Say you're 19, 18. And keep in mind, these are very much like entry-level jobs.
Yes.
So these are not, and I'm not talking the 30-year-old that needs to fucking deliver pizza, right? Maybe some 30-year-olds need to deliver pizza. That's one fucking thing, right? But, you're looking at entry-level McDonald's, fast food, pushing shopping carts, doing entry-level shit that you would typically do from like maybe 16 to like 21 while you're going through college and getting out of college, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully, even if you don't go to college, you could still do this to go to whatever else, whatever your next level is. And it's kind of interesting that, to me, that like $1,000 just like sign-on bonus, and you have to stay there for like 30 days.
That's it? Because
Yeah.
I was going to say, there's got to be a time thing. I mean, because everyone,
Yeah, like 30
most
days.
jobs they can have signing bonuses, which
Yep.
you get in your professional life. A lot of those signing bonuses are at least 6 months minimum before they'll even give you, like, you get the first half, and 6 months later you get the second half, or a year. But 30 days?
Could you
I
imagine
mean,
that?
I can kind of see the future in this. And a lot of people taking their $1,000 and leaving after 6 months to go
Or
to some
30
other
days.
company. Or I'm sorry, 30 days. 30 days
Right.
to go to another company who's offering $1,000 bonus.
What would you guys do? I don't know. Management, and they pay 100%. Yeah. So Caleb said, it's the management and they pay 100%. Yeah. It just depends on basically. My thing about it is, like, I always just wanted to work personally.
Right.
That was just me. Like, I grew up, always had to have a job. Dad had done whatever. Mom was raising us or raising me or whatever. She made maybe $16 an hour or something like that.
Okay.
Right. There was no extra funds around the house, so I had a part-time job.
Right.
Right. If I could get a part-time job, like, I'm almost like, fuck, $500. That's an extra camera. $1,000. That's an extra camera.
For 30 days work.
30 days work.
But you wouldn't do that.
No, I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it.
No,
most,
I could.
Most of us,
Nope. Fuck that. I could.
No, you'd just walk off after you just take advantage of them. You wouldn't.
Everybody else is.
Yeah, that's
That
true, though.
sounds
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah. Everyone else wants off a cliff. Are you gonna?
No, I work
Everyone
too
else
much
starts
now.
eating meth-filled
We all
fish
work
sticks,
too
you'll do
much
it too?
now anyway. Like,
Yeah.
this is
But
real
yeah,
life.
that it's come to this is real interesting.
So imagine, like, your
so many
daughter
teenagers- yeah.
being at, like, the ice cream shop that she worked at,
Mhm.
and then being like, hey, we'll give you $250 extra just to come back and work the summer.
Yeah.
Just the
She's
summer.
good.
And she worked there for tips, and like you said, you found cleaning a room, found cash all over the fucking.
Yeah.
I think there's a different perspective about money. Is really what I was kind of thinking of. I'm like, is there like a different?
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's the money part. The reason they have to offer this money is because they don't want to work.
They still want to put
So that's the
effort. Is it the effort they don't want to put in?
That I couldn't answer. I don't know for sure. I mean, kids. I mean, like my daughter's getting ready to go into college, and she lives at home. And my whole thing has been, your job is to go to college. If you want to get a job, that's great. I said, but if you're going to college and you're living at home, we'll take care of your expenses. I mean, to an
Yeah,
extent,
no, that's fine.
to an
Yeah.
extent. I said, but if you want to get a job, that's great too. But her job for me is to go to get your 4-year degree. Then when you want, that's how I consider her job. So there may be a lot of kids in that boat that are like, well, my parents are taking care of all my stuff, and so I don't really have to do anything.
I guess it's perspective.
Yeah. So right or wrong. I mean, I know but like I said, my daughter's worked. She's always wanted to have a job. She got a job. Now she's working.
She's working at
She's
the
working
camp.
summer
Summer camp.
camp. So
and all that. Yeah.
she's got a head about going to work and getting paid. But there may be a lot of kids that basically are just they're basically at home and like, well, I get everything paid for. I don't need anything. We have everything under the sun. I don't need to go get a job. I think there's a generation difference. There's everybody's parents want their kids to do better than the generation before. And we may be at that point where so many kids have done so much better that their kids don't really have to go out and get jobs and do that stuff.
Maybe.
But
Somebody on the board said image is a big thing around here. Kids don't want to look dorky working at McDonald's. I could see that.
I mean, yeah, that's got to be fair because there's always that with teenagers. I mean, I can only speak for my daughter. That perspective, I've never heard her say when she was working, at the ice cream shop. I've never heard her talk about, oh, he looks dorky or whatever. It was always, let's go visit my friend. They work at Cane's, and you go say hey, and just no one.
Yeah.
I've never heard them talk about, oh, I don't want to work because I would look dumb in that uniform.
I guess it depends on where you
but
live. Also,
Again,
right?
I'm sure some people, it's got.
So like me,
think like
I worked at the one little grocery store in our town, along with, but this is way before social media, all of that.
Yeah,
Social media did not exist.
Right.
There was no
So
such
pictures
fucking
of Greg
thing.
out there.
And I wouldn't have given a flying shit either way. But yeah, I mean, we were talking 44, almost be 45. We're talking 30 years ago
Yeah.
at this point, right? I mean,
We were all working. I mean, we all had
everybody
jobs.
was.
we
Yeah, I
all-
had worked at the beach down
was-
in
yeah.
New Hampshire.
It was,
or
just,
up in
it
New
was
Hampshire.
understood. I mean, once I get to that age, I'm going to get a job.
Yeah, that's
That's
an
where I get- that's
interesting
where I get my
perspective, though,
That's
Jessica.
where I get my pocket money. And
Yeah.
Today,
That was
a lot
it.
Of kids
Yeah.
don't. A lot of kids get their pocket money just from their parents.
I'm just curious. It's a good kind of perspective on it because you kind of think back. You're like what changed? That's kind of what I'm curious about. Is like what changed from.
I think the necessity isn't there that used to be. I mean, like when you had
like
to go
we
get-
build
you
it
had to go
into
get-
our budget.
You had to go
maybe.
get a job. You had to get a job.
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, I got to go get a job. If I want to pay for this and that, I've got to get a job. There was not that money in the family to take care of me. Not that
Is
they
there
didn't
that
want
much
to.
more? Like
I
everybody's.
think there is.
I don't want to say
Those
everybody's
incomes-
complaining about money, but in the families and stuff like that. But people are complaining about like the jobs don't pay enough.
Yeah, it's a whole different.
But
Yeah.
right. So if say I'm 35 and I'm making $20 an hour, and it's not quite enough to make money, but I've got a 16 or 17-year-old at the house. That am I spending money to that kid too while trying to
Yeah.
just make
Yeah.
ends? You know what I mean? So
And I can't speak with any expertise to that, but I think there's
yeah,
those-
that's true.
those
Jessica,
people-
the OC. Yeah.
those people, those teenagers probably have jobs. Almost
Probably-
automatically.
probably.
Almost automatically.
I think a lot of
And
the
there's more that just don't because they don't have to have one. Not that they're spoiled to death. It's just that there's no desperate need to go get a job. You don't have to contribute to the family.
that makes sense.
There's money for the parent to say, "Look, yeah, I can give you."
I don't think
$50
I'm not like thinking of it as contributing to the family.
Oh, no, no.
babies.
Oh, I
I'm
was
just
thinking-
thinking of like just spending
Yeah,
cash. Like
yeah.
I wanted a new skateboard.
Right, and
My
then
mom's
there
like,
just wasn't money for that.
go get your own fucking skateboard.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, 'cause
or
I got to buy our food. Right.
yeah, or you know what? You want to go out to dinner with your girlfriend? Go get a fucking job.
Right.
I don't give a shit if you make $5 an hour. And it wasn't like they were. If I needed a $20 bill, yeah, she'd be like, "Here you go."
Right.
It-
But
it
if it was
just
every
wasn't-
other day,
There was no
it's
such
like,
thing
hey.
as an allowance kind of
Right,
thing or
right.
something like that.
And I think that might be part of it. I'm again just speculating. I think there's just there's more money there for some of these parents, not to spoil, but I mean, some of course do, but just to be like, yeah, you want to go out with your friends, go ahead. Here's $20. Here's
Yeah.
But
It's interesting
whereas
because there's a
before,
lot of
a lot of our families, we just didn't have that. You just couldn't do it.
Right. Absolutely.
That money's going to go pay the electric bill.
Yeah, that's it. And you would expect it to.
Yeah. Right. But I would be interested to see how that works. How many people take these jobs and these bonuses and then walk off after that?
I guarantee that the companies are building it into their.
They're going to have to be. I mean, they
budgets.
can't be. I mean, they're not ignorant. They're not naive.
As long as they stay there for the 30 days, they figure in that they're
Yeah,
making
You've got an employee for
the
30 days.
delivery enough deliveries, or they're just outing it, either cutting, or the company's going to be a shit show, and they're just going to be like, "Sorry, bro, you didn't make enough deliveries." Right. So maybe this is the next best thing. So think about becoming a treasure hunter.
Okay, tell me more.
Because this company, it's not even a company, it's just a couple dudes. They really are into getting people fired up about adventuring,
All right.
right? And I gotta get back up to stop. $10,000 hit. $10,000 Utah hidden treasure found. Right. So the search for $10,000 in cash hidden away in the mountains of Utah is over. Last month, John Maximum David Klein launched the second annual Utah Treasure Hunt, and just 17 days later, it was found.
Okay, so this is something they
They did this on their own, which I think is fucking cool as shit because there's, I think it's like Destination something or other with Josh Gates. He's he's a dude on like Travel Channel and stuff like that. He does all sorts of crazy adventure types of shit, but there's a particular I don't know a better way to put it, like a picture book, if you will, where a dude did a bunch of artwork, and I think it's like 10 different pieces of art.
You're talking about like a long time ago, the 80s.
80s,
Masquerade was the book,
is it? And it's got all of these images,
and they got
all
sorts
the
of
clues and shit,
hints in 'em.
and like 3 of them have been found. I'm absolutely kind of like enthralled with that. I think literally 3 of them have been found.
Well, the one I'm talking about was one item, and it was someone in England had produced this book called Masquerade. I believe it's called Masquerade. It could be
There's
wrong.
one in the U.S. that's
Okay,
very similar.
This is early 80s because I was fascinated by it as a little kid.
Okay.
And it was this book of all these different images, and there was one. It was one
Get
item.
closer to the mic.
It was one item, and it was found but
Turned it up.
it took a while. But yeah, that was the first time I ever saw that.
Okay.
So it was with the Masquerade. I think it was that, and we followed the story, and it was in People Magazine,
Okay.
Time Magazine. Yeah.
There's very
So now people are doing that?
specifically. Is that better? Let me know. There's there's very specifically one that's very similar to that, and it's just like images, and but it's in the U.S.
Okay.
right? But there's like gems placed, like really expensive
yeah,
gems placed in.
So that's a spinoff of this thing
Probably,
from-
and it's from the 80s, I think. And like only 2 or 3 have been found. And Josh Gates, the dude that I'm talking about, he's been like, you can Google his name, he's all over the place. Kind of got like, it's just a cool fucking adventure type of thing. So last month, like I said, they did it 17 days. It was found. Andy Swanger, 33 of Draper, Utah, tells Fox News that he found the buried chest filled with $10,000 in cash, a 10-ounce silver coin, and other items at about 2 p.m. on Monday. And this is a few days ago. But the thing is, he went up with his wife.
Okay.
It was getting dark, and they called it off and went back. And he said, I had a feeling that I needed to go back up there the next morning. And he went back up there next morning, and he started just digging around, and he found the fucking chest.
All right.
And it's based on a bunch of clues. There's
So when
clues
was
to
this?
it.
Is it a book, or
This
when was
is-
this produced? When
they-
was the
so-
Clue book produced? When was
This
that?
is a different thing from what I was talking about before.
All right. All right.
So this is every year
All right.
for the last 2 years.
Okay.
Let me see real quick here. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the. Last year, Maxim Klein launched the first Utah treasure hunt with $5,000 in cash as a way to boost morale and encourage people to get outside. Though they hoped 2020 treasure hunt would stay hidden all summer, it was found in just 4 days.
Wow.
So it doesn't say like where, but there is a particular website. You have to like follow these guys,
Okay.
and then they just randomly post new treasure, and then they give you clues as to where it might be,
Okay.
right? And which I think is it's
That's
kind of
pretty
like,
cool.
all right, if you've seen what's the movie with National Treasure or something like
Yeah.
that.
Nick Cage.
Everybody kind
Yeah.
of like has an adventurous side to them. I
Yeah.
think some
Course,
people
yeah,
might
I-
not, but
yeah.
even if you
Treasure's fun. Everyone
Right.
loves treasure.
everybody
Hidden
loves
treasure.
fucking treasure. Good
I mean,
Jessica.
who wouldn't love digging up?
Right.
on that?
So you think about that, and that's kind of the fun part about it. Let me see if I can find the fucking the other treasure real quick, just while we're talking about it. Josh Gates.
I'm
treasure.
I guess I'm not surprised, but I wonder about the they post the clues and within 4 days someone finds it. So
It's
it's like
called The Secret. Is the book.
oh, all right.
The Secret is a treasure hunt created by Byron Priest. The hunt involves a secret search for 12 treasure boxes, the clues to which were provided in a book written by Priest in 1982 called The Secret. And it's literally just pictures that were painted by a particular guy
Okay, so
That
this is
he's-
exactly the same kind of idea as what I was.
that he's interviewed, and he goes, I don't know where it's at. He told me very specifically what to paint and draw and everything else.
Oh, all right.
And it's literally like they found one, I think, in St. Louis, Missouri, right near some steps that were fucking. He dug like he just. It's have you ever gone?
That's cool.
What the fuck is it called? Where you do what's it called when you do like geocaching? You ever heard of geocaching?
Mhm.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
Like Beth and I tried geocaching for like a minute and a half, and it seems really cool until you have to go do it, right? And then even with that, it's with a fucking GPS, and you still can't find the goddamn things. But I think some are easier than others and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But there's a certain sense of fucking excitement to it. So if you guys are into something and you want to get into a new hobby, check out geocaching. There's a shit ton of apps that you can download for geocaching. So
So
I don't know.
this book from the
The
early
Secret.
1980s. You're
Yours,
saying- no,
or this one?
the one you're talking about.
there's 10 treasures
As
that
I say,
still haven't found, or
it's still
9
been found
treasures that
40
still
years
have
later,
that still have not been found.
and they're all U.S. based.
And he's done 2 episodes on this.
okay. So
And he
one,
has
so
not found any.
So the treasure. So the treasure thing they found in 4 days is what they did. That's the thing they generated.
That was just
to
a
try-
recent
right.
thing.
But you're talking about this book still has 10 treasures.
Yep.
Unfound.
Unfound. And they have gems, like actual really, really expensive gems.
Greg, tell the viewers where they can buy this book.
On Amazon, more than fucking likely. It's called The Secret. So go check it out. But it like there are people that
Secret
have
is there's
spent
no
like
treasure, and I'm taking all this
20
money.
and 30 years looking for this.
Yeah.
And one couple of dudes found like they figured out a riddle of one and they found one, and then they've been looking for the second one, and it's crazy.
Yeah, because I'm interested. I'm just interested in seeing the book because I'm thinking if you've got like 10 of them still on stake, somebody finds one based on the picture. They find one, they decode the picture, they figure out what it means, and yet they can't decode the other pictures. So you're talking about like, there's like 10 or 12, 13 different codings. I mean, that's insane.
It's all you have to look at like all of it's.
I mean, I'm super. I want to look up. I want to know. Like,
It's like
the author. Is the author still alive? Is he like laughing at these
Author's dead.
people? Yeah. So is the estate's getting all the money?
There's no, I mean, whatever, but it
Yeah.
doesn't matter. I mean, it's all about the adventure to it. So
But I'm like, I'm waiting. Is there like a note in a box somewhere that says, "Just kidding. There were only 3 treasures."
no, they're legitimately like they like the
Like, how does anyone know there's really any other treasures out there?
they found fucking. They didn't find like 1 and 2.
All
They
right.
found like 7 and 9 or something
Okay.
like that.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Okay,
So
good. All right.
like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. All right.
So
Yeah. Because immediately I get
skeptic.
skeptical. I'm like, yeah, of course. Yeah. You know,
it's all good.
free treasure.
Love
yeah,
you,
get-
honey.
Start asking questions.
Don't get too drunk.
She was talking to me.
They're off to the Beth is going. They're going to the Las Vegas Ice Bar where they put on the big.
Oh,
boats
nice.
And they
yeah.
drink out of ice cups. So have a good time, honey. Love you guys. This is the first time you didn't get a notification from us, Logan. God damn it.
Damn it, Logan.
Jessica loves you too, honey. All right, so let's see here. All right, so this is just a funny one. It's a funny. Is this a UFO?
No.
You're gonna have to look up there. Oh no, you're not gonna be able to see it. You have to look on your phone.
All right. I'm looking.
It's gonna come up here. Is this a UFO?
No.
A bag? Or a flying dick?
Mine is behind you guys.
Yeah, it's 10 seconds behind.
All right. Wait, everyone. 10 seconds.
Yeah.
And I'll still say no.
UFO, a bag, or a flying dick?
Oh, it's a flying dick, no matter what. I can't wait for the image, though.
How far back are you?
I don't know. I hit live.
Come on, man.
All right. All right.
Definitely a dick. We got 1 vote's a dick. So, the lady that captured this, again, this is a Mirror UK kind of thing.
It's a UFO.
It's an interesting, I'll post the actual video out later, but it's an interesting looking cloudish kind of thing. So it really brought to mind remember the bag from American Beauty?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows.
Of course.
If you haven't seen American Beauty, go watch the creepy one with Kevin Spacey, or don't.
You can skip it.
You can probably skip it. But it's kind of like, it kind of rotates and moves and changes.
As the skeptic between the two of us,
Yep.
I will tell you right now that is a flying dick.
It's a flying dick, right?
Absolutely.
I think it's flying dick.
I mean, obviously.
This was just like a couple of weeks ago
Occam's
when
razor.
this came out. Yep. So the answer most people are giving is it's always a flying dick. So
I mean, what else could it be?
a cloud,
No.
a bag. It's a flying dick. All right, we're just going with fucking
Exactly.
flying dick. Screw it.
Any other thoughts? Anyone else think it's something else? Because you're just wrong.
That's all I have. Like there's the counter to that it was a UFO was that it was like a bag flying through the air, but it did not look like a bag. Like like a little grocery bag or a trash bag. or
Yeah, it
something
didn't look like that.
Yeah, it was too cloudy looking. So
It was too cloudy. It's
Sorry.
that's way high up for a bag to get.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But a dick,
But
flying,
flying
dick,
dick?
absolutely get up that high. Absolutely.
It only had like a
Absolutely.
laser beam shooting out of the end of it. A laser beam shooting flying dick.
Well, there'd be no yeah.
I don't know.
Where
Yes.
was that?
Who am I to judge? The UK.
Oh, of course.
There's fuckers over there, dude.
What the hell's going on over
I
there?
don't know. All right. So,
Football.
have any of you guys ever been to San Antonio? Is the first question. Of course, we have.
Right.
But if you have, or you haven't, there's this thing called the San Antonio River Walk downtown. And the River Walk is basically like it is pretty cool. It's unique to San Antonio.
Yes.
I mean, I think
Yes.
other towns, other big cities have like a river walk kind of thing.
It has an amazing history.
And it's basically like a canal, but San Antonio's is pretty unique
It's
because there's all
pretty
sorts of
cool.
like crossover bridges and all sorts of unique
There's
things.
some amazing engineering stories about how they've got it to be how it is now.
Now
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So within the river walk, what happens, just like anything, there's not guardrails along it all.
Nope.
Literally hardly at all. I don't think there really are.
It's like
anywhere.
3 feet.
I know,
deep,
but
but yes, there's no rails. No.
my biggest fucking fear of the San Antonio River Walk is it gets packed down there.
Yeah.
Right? Is getting bumped into that motherfucker.
Yeah, that is a
It's a legit
fear that
right?
we all have when we walk, and yet it just doesn't happen unless you've been drinking and you walk into it on your own.
Like, yeah, you
but
just fucking
Yeah,
stumble.
yeah,
and
but you walk
eat
along and you
shit.
think, oh my god, I could fall in.
Somebody's going to bump me
but
into this.
It just doesn't happen unless
So there's a YouTuber. So have you ever seen like YouTube videos where dudes like dive? They'll dive
Yeah.
in like ponds or whatever to look for coins or
Yep.
shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Well, this YouTuber named Brandon Jordan was given special permission to dive the river walk,
Okay.
which you don't want to get in that motherfucker.
So he was looking for like diphtheria and TB and any number of 19th century diseases.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Great. Then he's in the right
Chlamydia,
place. He's in the right place.
whatever you
Yeah.
get up your nose, the fucking brain eating.
Yeah, the parasites. Yeah.
those
So he was
fucking
looking for some
things.
very
Do you
specific
get,
things.
Do you get chlamydia through your nose?
I don't think so.
I
I'm
don't
no
really-
expert, thank God.
I think you get chlamydia through your nose.
I guess it depends on. Yeah.
just went there in June. Yeah, you should have
Depends
come
on what you
and
pay
visited
for.
us. Yeah, I mean, really, just Gigi, what's happening? Hope you're doing. Gigi, this is Ian. Ian, meet Gigi.
GG.
Yep. So this guy, he had to get special permission to do this, but his biggest finds, like his biggest fucking find, were those stupid little scooters
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that are goddamn everywhere around San Antonio and every other city.
Yep.
You know, the battery powered ones because people get shit faced and they just chuck them in
Yeah.
there, right?
Or they go in with them and then get out
Yeah,
on their own.
and then he said the prized iPhone,
an iPhone.
which is a dead iPhone. Which, why is that a prize thing anymore?
Yeah.
That's still got one in Lake Pleasant if anybody's interested. It's kind of like at the north end of the lake.
Yeah, you now need 6 months of antibiotic
It's
shots
in a Ziploc
so you can have a
thing
dead
for
phone.
Beth,
Yeah.
So I'm sure it's totally fine. It's at
Right.
about 100 feet of water.
Yeah, they dredge the San Antonio River every few years.
4 or 5 years, it said.
Yeah, and it's always on the news, and it's disgusting. It's like, so someone's like, I'd
They
like
have to empty it
I
out.
can't imagine the guy going and be like, I'd like special permission to get in y'all's river, and they're like, yeah, all right, go ahead.
That's what I
You
was
got a death
thinking. I'm
wish or
like, it's
something?
not like it's flowing,
Yeah.
but it's not.
We
where-
already know what's in there, dude.
Yeah, like
Lawn chairs,
diphtheria,
lawn chairs, yeah,
brain eating
diseases,
amoebas.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to accidentally fucking touch it.
No.
Right? Like, my phone goes in it, and I'm like, well, I'm getting a new fucking
Yeah,
phone.
I'm not reaching in there.
Nope.
Even if it's floating on top, it's like, no, that phone's gone. No, it's gone.
They burned that goddamn thing. Have they ever
That's
found a body? Jessica asked, have they ever found a body?
I don't know. I've been here quite a while. I don't remember seeing a
I wonder
story
if they
on
found
there.
one, like, kind of
Well,
outside.
bodies float. So unless it
What
was
if you put it
tied
on
down and all
rocks?
that, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen that story.
Cement block?
I haven't seen that story.
Cement
I mean, well, I mean, yeah, that would keep it down, but
That's
I haven't- yeah,
very New
that's-
York gangster.
Yeah, that's movie stuff.
That's like
yeah.
New Jersey fucking soprano
Yeah,
shit right
when our people fall in, it's just because they're drunk. Or
No, they just bury him out in the desert here.
no, not here. Not here. No,
You know?
Caliche. It's like
No, you bring them out to the
Oh, yeah,
to the
yeah,
hill
yeah.
country or something.
Yeah, I don't remember any stories about
I guess
anything
it's
like
not desert.
anything sketchy like that, like finding a body that's been weighted down and held under. Yeah, they float to the top. Trust, it's a pain. Oh,
It really is.
Yeah,
It sucks. He's an author, so he comes up with all these crazy theories and shit. So, you know what? It's fucking hilarious. So, all right. I'm never swimming in it. Presume you're never swimming in it. So I'm just gonna go by that next question.
Oh,
So-
yeah. No.
This one.
Don't do it. Don't swim in the San Antonio River.
All right. So Ian is an author. He's got a few books. Can you tell him what the names of your books are for me?
For Whom the Curtain Calls, The Dead Man and the CEO, and The Sun Also Fries Us.
Nice. So
Available on
Ian-
Amazon. When you buy that treasure hunting book, pick up one of mine too.
yeah, absolutely. So he's self-written, self-published. Yep. Self-published author. So you guys go check his shit out. Absolutely. But he's always got a cool perspective and a very discerning perspective on movies we talk about.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, you kind of tear the fucking plots apart, which is hilarious because I don't really get into like plot shit very often. I'm like, was it entertaining? Yeah. Did I give a fuck about it? Maybe.
There are
Do I
people
ever
in my
go into
family
a
who-
looking for it to change my life?
No.
Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
Right? So it's kind of one of these things. But this is basically a quick thing. People are sharing signs that a movie's going to be crap. I said shit. And it's accurate as fuck. So I'm just going
All
to
right.
run through a few of these.
All right, I'm ready.
How do you know these are
Signs
kind
a movie's
things-
going to suck.
signs
All
a movie's going to suck?
All right, I'm
right?
ready.
So, when the biggest byline they can come up with is a Redbox exclusive, when it's a comedy and all of the total of 3 funny scenes/parts are included in the trailer.
Yep, that's
Comedies, yeah, comedies like that.
there's a caveat to that too, which is it could be any movie, comedy or not. Well, especially a comedy would be a disaster. But there's a movie I saw a preview for recently where they put in a couple of
You
lines
have a mosquito right next to your head. Yeah, just start flapping your arm around.
like an ass.
Yep, do it. I'm telling you, I'm not being a dick. There was literally a mosquito.
Bastards.
Fucking San Antonio, we cannot stop raining here.
Yeah, unusual. Yeah.
Anyway, so you're saying, my bad.
When they put a line in the trailer that's clearly supposed to be really funny and it's not funny, it's just stupid
just
or it's
sucks.
cliche, it's hackneyed, you've heard it 1,000 times. Black Widow, which I'm sure will be a fantastic movie. They put in their little trailer line of what's supposed to be funny. I was like, was that funny? That was stupid as shit. So
Shouldn't the Black Widow be like more of a serious?
Yeah, again, my brother-in-law laughs. It's like, shut up, dude. It's a Marvel movie, whatever. I was like, okay, yeah, but that's the
Don't
best.
try and be
That's
funny.
the funniest line you could come up with.
But why would you try and be funny in a movie
I
like
think
that?
they have their funny moments, but it was
Yeah,
just-
they've got.
so yeah, when you get a funny line that's in your trailer and drops like lead, it's not funny. That's a bad sign. But I'm not supposed to look at the writing on Marvel movies. Apparently,
No. When the film or TV series opens with a sex scene or nudity, you're playing your ace card, and it's only going downhill from there.
yeah, same thing
Like
when they
you see a set of boobs or balls, whatever.
same thing when they
You see
start a
balls
movie.
too often, do you?
Thank God, no.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
fine.
what you're watching, but no. But the same thing as that is when they start a movie with a prologue like 20 years ago, or
It's all those goddamn Icelandic
or
shows I'm watching.
or 1 hour earlier. It's like their movie's not good enough to get you interested. You have to go and have a climax highlight scene at the very beginning, and then go 3 hours earlier. It's like, okay,
There is one
Yeah.
of those. Like
which I hate.
Yep.
Beyond all recognition. Yeah.
when the trailer slows down and the music stops so that the main character can say something very edgy, clever, or unique.
Yeah, that's bad.
Right?
It's
Like when
narration.
the main character's like, or the main character looks at the camera kind of thing. Like that's got a very,
If you're not Deadpool, that's a bad sign.
that's exactly
Yeah,
it. Right?
If you're breaking
like-
the fourth wall and you're narrating, that's a
Oh,
clear
that's how
sign.
you put it.
That's
The
a clear
fourth
sign
wall,
your
right?
movie is crap or is potentially
The fourth
crap.
wall is talking to the audience.
Yes. When you have to narrate to your audience to tell them what's going on, that's an indication that your movie does not tell a good story. So you have to explain it to the audience
I
as
like
you go.
that. When it's a remake of what most people already consider a great movie,
Oh yeah.
Ghostbusters. Come the fuck on. How do you remake Ghostbusters? You don't.
I know how you don't now.
Yeah, we absolutely all know how you don't. Let's see here. The quote, glowing reviews from some publication in a rural North Dakota, whose name you cannot even read on screen. Yeah, just you're quoting like the North Dakota Times said this is the greatest fucking movie ever.
Or it's got an ellipsis in front of it, the ... And it's like, rock is so-and-so, but the rest of the sentence is taken off. Where it's like, but it was stupid as hell. That's taken off. And
Exactly.
It should have been. This could have been an amazing movie, and they just have the ellipsis. An amazing movie, and they've taken off the first part of the sentence. It's like,
right.
That's a
This
signal
pile
right
of
there.
shit was an amazing movie. When it's a horror movie and it's PG-13.
Yes.
Yep. Fuck PG-13 horror movies. Now,
Yep.
I am looking forward to the next Michael Myers one. What is that one?
There's
Halloween,
another one.
and it looks violent as shit.
Oh, this is Halloween 39.
Something like that.
Yeah, I remember
think
that.
it's the final Halloween.
Oh, sure it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Final
I think
final one
what's
this
her
year.
name's gonna die. Probably.
They can't kill off Jamie Lee Curtis.
No, in like real life. I think she's. that old now.
Oh. No.
I don't think she is that old. She's not that far off of what was the True Lies. She was hot as shit.
Oh my God. She's still hot.
That's not here. I can say that.
She can hear you.
When the advertising is blatantly obvious, I don't want a full shot of Coke. And can't.
What are you watching?
I don't want a full shot of a Coke. I don't know what the fuck. I just need to stop reading it at this point. Whatever.
Anyway, be aware, guys.
Yeah.
There are signs. Just look for them.
What's your absolute one that you could think of?
Well, like a ahead of the movie,
Like
or
just in advance of a movie.
in advance of a
this
movie.
thing is going to be a pile of shit.
In advance of a movie, it just depends on the movie. But like I said, if you get these lines,
Like comedy where you
lines
see-
aren't
yeah.
funny, or you've heard them 1,000 times. It's like that's not really funny. Any
I
action
think
movie,
it's definitely
any
the
action movie that's
reboot kinda
super
thing.
fast, cuts in the trailer, like bam, bam, it just moves around
Yeah.
super, so you never really understand what's
Like
going
when they
on.
redid Footloose, I was fucking pissed.
I never saw trailers for that, or obviously I saw. The
I
movie.
was not pissed. I'm just kidding.
You loved it.
Everybody
Danced
loves
your ass
Kevin
off.
Bacon. Nobody even knows who was in the other one. And I only saw
didn't know there
Kevin
was another
Bacon when
one.
I was like 1 year old. So
All right.
if you guys love Kevin Bacon, good. Speaking of entertainment, Amazon's The Tomorrow War
Yes.
was pretty good. You haven't seen it. I'm not going to give any spoiler alerts away. Aside from one funny thing,
And I haven't seen any trailers, so it might be amazing.
which if you have been on the internet in like the past week or so that it's been out, 2 weeks it's been out, whatever. it's
Came
week,
out July 2nd. I think.
is you gotta, if you're a firearms enthusiast and you know anything about firearms, there's some funny shit about it that these aliens are goddamn gigantic, and it is a good movie. It's an entertaining movie, but keep an eye on his rifle because
So
it's not really
saying
a rifle.
Okay, I was saying, are you saying those who know about firearms need to add an extra level of suspension of disbelief?
Yeah,
Because they're
I
going
mean,
to be,
because
or
you know
they're going
what,
to be amused.
fuck off, because you have to. I guess you have to suspend belief
In
because
general, right?
It's time traveling to
right,
the future.
to fight aliens.
Aliens are going to kill
But
them.
there are some
in
actual
the
specific weaponry things where you're like, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're one of those people who knows their weapons, you need to add that extra layer of, okay, this isn't going to be exactly
Think
Apart from
ahead,
the-
guys.
apart from the
Think
future-
ahead.
thing and all that. This will also be kind of weird with that. All right,
It's-
that's fair.
You got to keep in mind, like, it's like art imitating life, right? There's a reason we have these because Star Trek,
Yeah.
right?
Indicators.
They had communicators.
Yep.
Right? If we didn't have fucking communicators, we wouldn't have these goddamn things.
Why can't we
Mark
get
Zuckerberg wouldn't even, that alien wouldn't even be alive right
Why
now.
can't we get the transporters by now? Of course, would you get one of
We're
those
pretty
things?
close.
Would you get one of those things that dissolves you molecularly and puts you back together? That thing doesn't work
No,
well.
because you
That
need
doesn't-
Scotty to figure that shit out.
This
We gotta
doesn't
be
work. These
20
don't work well enough.
What
for
year
me to
did
trust that?
start? We
Oh,
all
yes.
watched. When did that happen?
I don't know. Guys, I love Star Trek, but I do not know when it was.
2092?
You guys know when Star Trek was?
3092.
2400, 2500
Javon,
year?
do you know what year?
Come on, Javon, you can tell us.
Go check it out. It really was a fun movie.
I've heard it
Beth
from
and I watched
multiple
on-
people that it was really good.
over the weekend. So it was check that out. So I did finish this Korean show called It Looks Like Syphilis,
It's not
but
syphilis.
it's called Sisyphus.
But you started because you thought it said syphilis. And then you got,
No, because I couldn't read the way it was on Netflix, and it looks like an M, and I didn't know. So I talked about this a few weeks ago, and this one it's 20 hours. I think it's 20 hours. It's fucking long.
but
And you want to get into it? It's
good.
It's another time travel one. It was good. It's Korean, subtitled, overdubbed. English overdubs do not match English subtitles. So turn off the English subtitles, or you're going to be confused as shit.
so it's in English, but it also includes
Nope, it's
subtitles.
in Korean,
All right.
and then you have to change the setting in Netflix to English. Otherwise, you have to read
Yeah.
for 22 hours
All right.
of this goddamn show, and nobody's got time for that.
So here's my top tip.
What?
You should always use the subtitles. I'm not a huge fan.
But I actually think in this one, the overdub was better.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the subtitles because it draws my eye to the bottom of the screen all the time. But when you do the subtitles, you get what the script was supposed to say. You get what the writers wrote. You don't get what matches the mouth close enough and fits roughly with
I
what
don't
they
know,
were
bro.
saying. You get what they were telling you, what they were supposed to be saying. But
I
it's it's for each his own. That's just my thing.
To each his own.
Yeah.
It was entertaining, though, because they're traveling back and forth in time, and
Animal.
these things are happening, and the actress is like, the actors, weirdly enough, grew on me.
Right.
to the point where I was like, oh my god.
Can you give a basic synopsis of what it's about?
Yeah,
or?
it's about time travel.
Oh.
Like, Korea gets bombed and it gets decimated. Like North and South gets decimated.
Okay. All right.
Like nuclear, right? And then it's like the people that are around there afterwards, and the little girl grows up, ends up time traveling ahead of time to meet the dude that creates the time traveling
Holy
teleporter
crap.
thing,
Right.
and then goes back, and it's a back and forth thing. And the chick in it is like beautiful,
All right.
right? And at the beginning, I was like, whatever. The end of it, I'm like,
I love you.
yeah.
Beth's already gone out.
Yeah,
Nice
Beth's
bar.
gone. Beth's in a nice bar.
He loves her. He
I
loves
can
that Korean girl.
espouse my love of this rando woman in
Korean
Korea.
actress.
But anyway,
Well,
I had to
she's
look
here
up,
tonight, Greg. What? No,
I had to look up what fucking Sisyphus meant. And if you guys know what a Sisyphus is, I had to Google this shit. So it is a figure from the Greek mythology who, as king of Corinth, became infamous for his general trickery and twice cheating death. He ultimately got his comeuppance. This is the actual word they use on the internet. Comeuppance when Zeus dealt him the eternal punishment of forever rolling a boulder uphill in the depths of Hades. He's the dude that's always pushing it up. Thus, this
Eternally pushing the
story
rock over. Yeah.
of the myth of Sisyphus, which they're constantly going back and forth in time until they can stop the constant roll up.
Interesting. Yeah, that sounds cool. I'm going to check
that?
it out.
You like that?
So Gigi commented, my son watches English spoken movies with the subtitles. LOL, everything. Gigi, I don't know how old your son is, but my daughter does the same thing, and I don't understand it.
Like American
yes,
English?
Yes. Like, let's
Does
say.
he have earbuds in and he's like fucking triple tasking though?
I don't know. I don't know. But I don't know. I think maybe they're deaf from their earbuds, but my wife does it too now, and I don't understand it either.
They're deaf from their
It drives me
earbuds?
bananas. It's in like watch Friends, and it's got subtitles. I'm like, you don't understand these Americans when they talk. I mean, yeah. So I don't know.
Like,
I don't know if it's a
did
youth. I don't know if it's a
whatever
youth thing or what, but I see it over here too.
Are they all going deaf? Is it a thing?
That's one of my fears. But I just constantly tell them to keep the earbuds down because if I can hear the music outside the earbuds, it's too loud.
So I've switched over. Now I'm watching an Icelandic show called Katla.
Which is also a venereal disease.
Katya or Katla, one or the other. It's on, it's communicable disease
Yeah,
in
it's also-
Iceland.
Yep.
But it's only in Iceland. In this one, a giant volcano is erupting and it's causing some weird shit to happen. People are coming back from either the dead or from where they disappeared.
Nice.
And they're completely caked in like volcanic ash. And they don't remember leaving.
But they've been dead and gone? Or they've been gone for a while?
They've either been disappeared out into the
Okay.
to the tundra or whatever in Iceland. But the cool thing is they all drive these badass fucking off-road vehicles, like giant
Sweet.
fucking 4x. And I'm like kind of like, oh.
Now, how do you find these shows? Are they just pop up in the customers also watched thing? Like if it's a Korean show,
Because-
an Icelandic show?
Yeah.
I've never,
Because I'm out of
you watch
shit to
one
watch.
thing and all of a sudden you get
No.
this.
Dude, I've
strip
watched
of,
these for like the past.
but like it started with one and then at the bottom it said, hey, you might like this too. And you're like, yeah, all
It
right,
comes
I'll
up
try
in
it.
my algorithm on
That sounds like a
Netflix.
sexually transmitted disease. I'll watch that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it's not.
I've watched
And then you just
so
keep watching
many
them?
like Japanese, Korean, Russian. I've watched like a dozen of them.
All right, cool.
Yeah, it's pretty fun though. So, all right, so we got that. Lastly, I just want to share that Richard Donner passed away.
Okay. I thought he had passed away quite a while ago.
I just saw this and I hadn't brought it up. Let me see. It says he was dead at 91. Maybe he did, but I just thought this is July 6, 2021.
Wow.
It said Richard Donner,
Oh my God! What an actor!
the
director.
Goonies and Lethal Weapon director, dead at
Yes.
91. Dude, the guy is literally
That's
made.
among a zillion other movies.
I'm
He's
going to
done
pull up his
so many good
IMDb
movies.
real quick because, some of the movies that were like just Lethal Weapon, of course.
Scrooged.
Yeah, right? Give me 1 second.
Oh, he's done so many good
Richard
movies.
Donner. Let me see real quick here. So, let's just go with Superman.
Okay.
Lady Hawk, dude. Do you remember Lady Hawk?
I do. Absolutely.
Lethal Weapon, Conspiracy Theory.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ. 16 Blocks, Timeline. Got those Assassins. Maverick.
Never.
Dude, come on.
Mel Gibson, yeah.
Tales of the Crypt. Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Dude, when I was a little kid, that was one of the best scary things you could watch when you're like,
career.
right? We've got that. We've got Radio Flyer in 92. Two-Fisted. Don't recall that one, but that's okay. Scrooged. Cyndi Lauper thing. Goonies. Okay, that we're the toy with Richard Pryor, dude. Come on. Superman 2. You know, you go back through this guy's catalog. The Omen. Bronk.
That was the time, and
Kojak.
I guess there's still some people, but that was the time when, during a trailer, if it came up and said a Richard Donner film, you were just going.
You were going.
I don't even know what the rest of the film's going to be about.
Right.
It could be comedy, action.
Goonies,
I'm going.
yeah,
Richard Donner,
absolutely.
I'm going to the movie.
Yeah, so
that's
you know, I saw that and I was like, holy shit! And Goonies is the one. The Omen, yep. Goonies is the one that like popped for me, and I was like, wait a minute. I mean, that was like my age bracket.
So is this like a safe space here? Because I got to admit, I've never seen Goonies. I've never seen it.
You've never seen Goonies?
No.
You don't know the Truffle Shuffle?
No.
All right, you're gonna watch it. You're gonna do the Truffle Shuffle on this show.
I'm not doing the
time.
fucking Truffle Shuffle.
You don't even know what the Truffle Shuffle
Nope,
is?
but I could tell I'm not doing it. I'd rather swim in our Santo River than do that Truffle Shuffle.
It's all good.
No, I've never seen it. It was kind of just.
Okay, we were talking about adventure shit earlier.
I was just a little too old for it. I was still a teenager, but it came out right after I was more interested in girls than Goonies and stuff.
Fair.
But I love Cyndi Lauper, but I've seen the videos and stuff, but I never saw the movie.
Go check it out. Just watch it. It is.
And I feel so much freer now that I've told y'all.
You should. Yeah. It's like an adult.
I should never have said anything.
40 years old saying they've never seen Die Hard or something.
I've never seen Die Hard.
I'm going to stab you in the eye with this.
Kidding. I have 3 different versions of it on DVD.
Off camera. Check it out, though. But if you remember we were talking about like the adventure thing?
Yeah.
That is like an adventure kind of movie.
I know there's a guy named Chunk. I know that.
Chunk?
There's a Chunk, and there's a MTV
Sloth.
video with
There's
Cyndi
Sloth.
Lauper in it.
Yep.
That's it. That's all I know.
Never say die. Exactly, Chuck. Damn it. All right, what's your feel good, buddy? You got a good feel good.
My feel good could also be called, why has this gentleman not been nominated for a Nobel Prize? Right. Inventor creates a machine that turns any alcoholic drink into soft scoop ice cream. Yeah, I didn't make this up. I wish I had. It's called the Below Zero machine. It takes any alcoholic beverage, crystallizes it in under 30 minutes to make it a treat. Basically, the inventor, who is from Illinois, said there's a gel. It's called a nitrogen additive gel that hugs the alcohol and turns it into ice cream. It's FDA approved. It's pasteurized. It's free range. It might not be free range. But
this gentleman,
if you like a machine,
right
it costs
here.
$6,000. He was joking with some staff about they saw a machine where they were trying to create a machine that created ice cream espresso, and they said, what if we did that with alcohol? And from there, they took it from there, and they've done it.
And it basically looks like a giant pink turd.
And his favorite is vodka and lemonade. Vodka and lemonade cone. I can imagine just being able to pour that into a cone, especially here in the summer.
There you go, right up on screen. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, that's my feel good, taste good, cool you off in the summer.
Hell yeah, nice. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Mine is absolutely just Beth being able to go out and hang out with Steph out in Vegas. It's been a long time. We saw her a couple weeks ago here in town, but you know what? Anytime any of you guys get to travel, or Beth gets to travel, or I get to travel, and hang out with friends, especially long-term best friends, I think that's an important thing to do, and especially now where shit's getting back to whatever that bullshit means, right?
Yeah.
I'm fucking happy as shit for her, so that's mine. Outside of that, today in history, real quick, 1981, Sandra Day O'Connor. I remember that. Becomes the first woman to serve on the Supreme Court, so fuck yeah, Friday, man. Outside of that, that's it for tonight. Ian, thank you so much. You don't need to come get a beer because you can have a beer here. Evan Haley, we miss you, of course. Go out and hit the like button, subscribe.
Smash that like button, guys. I didn't get to tell you that tonight.
Share this for us if you don't mind. We appreciate it.
Do it right now.
Definitely doesn't hurt.
I'm doing it right now, so you guys can do it right now. Come on. We have only 5 likes right now, and there's a whole lot more of you watching than that. So come on. Go hit the like button.
Thank you, buddy.
It's so easy. I just did it, and
it was that
I haven't even seen Goonies, so come on. If I can do it.
And he's got a goddamn Android, so it's even easier on an iPhone, I think. Go out and make the fire. Do something nice for each other. Thanks to all the military, first responders. Without you guys, we can't do this shit. So thank you guys all. Again, thank you so much for sitting in for Beth.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. All right, you guys. Love you all. And we'll either see you Friday night or Saturday night, depending on how hungover Beth is. So we'll see. Love you. Catch you all later.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.